I was on a late shift, essentially a 5 p.m. till 3 a.m. On a Friday night it was. So a bit of the drunken fights and so on, all in the city centre. And it was also the night that shut Heathrow Airport down for the snow. There was actually ice in the water as well. As we got out the car from a distance 30-40 metres, I saw him jump in. Immediate thought was quite panicky. Seeing how cold it was there, I thought he would have been a couple minutes away from death. It was that cold in the night. I ran down, grabbed a lifesaver, threw it into him, but he wasn't really moving. A few minutes later, very large crowds develop. Seeing no action from anyone, we've already called fire, harbour master. No one's coming, and the crowd are getting very, very hostile and increasing in numbers. And there's only 2 or 3 of my colleagues there just trying to hold them at bay. Waited a few more minutes, still trying to get the lifesaver out to him. Nearby door staff and bouncers were thrown in, but he wasn't moving any closer towards it. And then he started submerging. At that point, took my shoes off and dived in myself. Initially I was a bit concerned when you dive in, if you drop too deep, what's going to be underneath, because it's a pretty dirty, skanky docks, be shopping trolleys and so on. So immediately resurfaced and then swam out towards him with the buoy. Took hold of him in one arm with the lifesaver in the other. Initially started slapping him on his face, talking to him, just try and get a response, give him reassuring news, let him know he was going to be okay and so on, but couldn't hear anything. After a few seconds though, all your energy just gets sucked away and you can't really do anything. So I couldn't speak to him. All I was doing was trying to move, and with one arm on him and one arm on the lifesaver, my only movement came from my legs. So I wasn't really going anywhere quickly. Eventually got to the side, found out I was in the wrong position, so moved towards the main jetty, which was probably about 10 minutes after being in the water. And at a point of being about 2 or 3 metres away from the side, fire turned up and threw me a hose, which pulled me into the side. I tried to hand him to them, but lugging a 16 soaking wet guy out of freezing cold water wasn't easy, and I couldn't even get out myself. But a couple of colleagues helped me out, and then took him in an ambulance and me in a police car off to hospital. The biggest thing in retrospect I can think of is when he went in the water, I thought he's going to die within a couple of minutes, but I never actually thought that could happen to me. There was never any thought for my own safety. Do I think it was brave? No, you're just responding to an incident. There isn't really any time to think. You see a problem, you go find a solution. The solution there, the only one at the time, was me going into the water. I got told afterwards that the bloke who actually got out the water was actually wanted on warrant at the time. So he got nicked after going to a hospital and then sent to court in the morning.